Sometimes you just got to appreciate greatness, but you still got them critics out there that still try to minimize. But when you come across this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you got your post notifications on so you'll know every time Simply Ball drops another hot banger. And if it's your first time coming across the platform and you're new to this channel, do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button, post your comments, share the video out, and make sure you give the video a thumbs up. Well, let's get right off into this subject today. Over the recent, weeks, we've all known the Lakers' struggles, inconsistency. A lot of people, are putting the blame, pointing the finger at Darvin Ham about his lineup issues. He's not doing enough coaching, standing on the sidelines with his, hands in his pockets. Not, adjusting to the game. And last night, the Golden State Warriors and the Los Angeles Lakers played a double overtime game, which, in my opinion, it shouldn't have went into double overtime. When you're a coach and you're trying to make adjustments, sometimes you play offense for defense, substitutions. You guys go back to 2016 in the NBA Finals and 2015 when Cleveland was playing Golden State. When Kerr made some adjustments where down the stretch in a tight ball game, Steph Curry was not playable because of his defensive deficiencies. So what Kerr would do would take him out of the game on possessions where you needed one stop. So I thought last night Darvin Ham didn't capitalize on a situation where the game could have been over in regulation, but he failed to substitute Austin Reeves out of the game for a bigger body such as Taurean Prince or Rui Hachimura. And we all know Austin Reeves' defensive deficiencies. That play where he ran out on Clay, got pump faked, left the ground, Clay reset and hit three, goes into overtime. That's some of the issues that's going on with the Lakers. Now, there's critics out there and journalists out there that want to point the finger to LeBron James. And this guy by the name of Ric Bucher, everybody should know who Ric Bucher is. He's a journalist. He works for Fox Sports. You've seen him on the shows with, Speak with Acho and Joy Teller and Shady McCoy. Also, you've seen him on with Chris Bouchard and Nick Wright and Kevin Wiles. Ric Bucher has always been a heavy critic of LeBron James. Why do I say that? You go back in the days where Ric Bucher would, try to minimize the greatness of LeBron James. And today, LeBron James is 39 years old. And they're still holding LeBron James to this higher standard. And when I say higher standard, I mean they still holding him to as if he is the 25 to 28-year-old LeBron in his prime. LeBron James is not the problem that the Los Angeles Lakers has. LeBron James has been a consistent ball player from start to finish. The offensive numbers speak for itself. At the age of 39, LeBron James' defense is not like it used to be. And we all know that. But LeBron James's defense is not the reason why the Los Angeles Lakers are losing ball games. They got other issues in other areas, like I stated, starting from the coach and even starting from the front office. So this notion of Ric Bucher minimizing and saying LeBron James is the problem, that's just asinine. I want y'all to take a listen to what Ric Bucher recently said on a podcast that he was on. So let's take a listen to what Ric Bucher had to say. And when he finishes up, we'll come back and continue the show.
And I'm one of the few who seems to be willing to say it. LeBron James' offensive numbers look great. They look great. It's a testament to how smart he is and his IQ in finding ways to score. If he sees the opportunity to get to the rim in transition, he's taking it. He's and finishing. He's shooting 3-pointers at a higher percentage. Last I checked, at a higher percentage than he ever has. That's not making everybody else better. That's getting him his buckets, right? And defensively, he's a nightmare. Like, I mean, he go back and watch the Toronto game. He didn't eat for the first 3 quarters. He was on Scotty Barnes. He wasn't contesting his threes. He wasn't doing anything. And then fourth quarter, they had Anthony Davis guarding Scotty Barnes because it was like, we're not winning this game if we don't change this up. And look, and I don't say that as his criticism. He's 39 years old. It's amazing what he's doing at 39 years old. I point that out because whether it's he or anybody else who says, yeah, LeBron's as good as he ever was, I'm like, you gotta be out of your mind. Like, there are 3 components that made him one of the best. 1, because he could defend. 2, because he could make plays. And 3, because he can score. I'm only seeing 1 of those on a consistent basis at this point.
Yeah.
So he shouldn't be the same. He's not the same. It's okay to admit that at this point. But because he's not the same, and the Lakers have always been so LeBron-centric since he got there, that's at the heart of, like, trying to make this work.
So you heard what Ric Bucher had to say. So let's dive into this. Ric Bucher is basically saying LeBron is just out there offensively trying to get his numbers. That's one thing. Then he goes on to say that LeBron James's playmaking skills is not there. I don't know what games Ric Bucher is looking at. LeBron James just came off a 10-assist game, a 12-assist game. He's getting everybody involved. His playmaking skills has never deteriorated. Defensively, I agree with you, Ric Bucher. Some nights he's been god-awful, but that's not the reason why the Lakers are losing games. He's been one of the consistent Lakers outside of Anthony Davis. And the problem is they don't have that third star that is being consistent enough to be that third star. Darvin Ham starting the backcourt early in the season with D'Angelo Russell and Austin Reeves was the lowest offensive rating in the NBA. Took D'Lo out of the lineup. Took Austin Reeves out of the lineup. Then inserted them back in the lineup, trying to find different lineups to work. Getting blown out in the first quarter. I put that on coaching. That has nothing to do with LeBron James's defense. The object of the game is to put the ball in the basket. And LeBron James is putting the ball in the basket at a consistent rate. So Ric Bucher has always been this heavy critic of LeBron. I don't know what, Ric Bucher, has against LeBron, but he's trying to hold LeBron to the standard of a 25 to 28-year-old LeBron. And this is the only, only NBA player that Ric Bucher has been heavy criticizing over the years. Like some of Ric Bucher's basketball takes, I don't agree with. But he has a right to voice his opinion. But to go out on record to say that LeBron's playmaking skills is not there, he's not making his team better, and he's only going out there for his numbers is way off. I don't know what made him go on the podcast saying that. I mean, he has a right to say anything he wants to say, but to minimize what this guy is doing at 39 and what Ric Bucher did at the end of his soliloquy, he stated, well, what he's doing is amazing. Now, you can't have it both ways. I mean, sometimes you just got to appreciate what he's doing, but to come out and say that that's the problem, we've seen what the Lakers have done when LeBron James is out of the lineup. They're like 2-5 when LeBron James is out of the lineup. So make it make sense. I mean, it's sometimes you just got to sit back and appreciate the greatness that's on display and stop trying to hold this man to a standard of a 25 to 28-year-old, but you don't hold these other superstars in high regard. You don't come out on podcasts talking about the likes of a Kawhi Leonard, a Kevin Durant, a Luka Doncic, a Steph Curry. You don't do that. But it seems when it comes down to LeBron James, a lot of people got a lot of things to say. Guys, y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments section. Please post your comments. Please share the video out. Please give this video a thumbs up. This is going to wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap. We're going to catch you on the next one. Deuces.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.
Another one.